ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a very happy occasion to be present at the inaugural session of this National Summit on Corporate Social Responsibility. I would like to compliment the Confederation of Indian Industry, CII, for organizing this annual conclave aimed at creating a strong, sustainable CSR movement in the country. I also compliment the National Foundation for Corporate Governance, with whom the CII has partnered for this 2015 edition of the summit. The government has over the years articulated the key national priorities and programs. It is therefore apt that the summit has been convened at this time on the theme Partnering National Agenda. I recall in 2005, I chaired a group of ministers which on this issue with the public sectors, but it was also pointed out that the private sectors has a major role in this discharging corporate social responsibility throughout the country, and no doubt we have come a long way since then. I am glad to find many distinguished industry captains participating in this important event. You are leaders with sharp business acumen, valued experience and expertise. You are entrusted with the responsibility to manage the development of your business into models of excellence. Remember that this calls for not only sound application of management principles, but also better appreciation of the socio-economic reality in which your organizations are operating. You have a bigger purpose than to merely earn profits. Just as you add value to your shareholders' wealth, it is equally important to add value to the society at large. You, as consensus industry leaders, would do well to build this emerging gospel of doing business into your corporate blueprint. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the notion of CSR is not new in India. Long ago, Mahatma Gandhi conceptualized this responsibility of the corporate sector when he espoused the socio-economic philosophy of trusteeship. It provided a means for the wealthy people to be trustees to look after the welfare of the common man. CSR gradually evolved into the corporate framework. CSR refers to a company's sense of responsibility extending beyond its shareholders to all stakeholders, notably the people and ecology who are in the domain of this operation. It indicates a sense of corporate citizenship. Though a business entity incurs short-term costs without direct financial benefit, yet it gains in the long run through the promotion of social and environmental changes. Indian industry has displayed a keen interest in contributing to the betterment of the society, shouldering the task of socio-economic development is increasingly considered a shared responsibility of government and the industry. This CSR consciousness has received a renewed impetus through a legal framework in the Companies Act of 2013. Section 135 of the Act prescribes every company eligible in terms of net worth, turnover, or net profit to constitute a committee of the board to formulate a policy for undertaking specific CSR activities. The Act also provides such companies to spend in a financial year at least 2% of the average net profit made by it during the preceding 3 financial years. Ladies and gentlemen, this beginning could help unlock a substantial amount, estimated to be in the range of 8,000 crores to 20,000 crores for social sector engagement of Indian companies. A structured development of strategy is now required to ensure that these funds are efficiently deployed in areas most beneficial to the society. In a country as vast as India, scalability is critical to the success of programs. Leading industry associations like yours, CII, must encourage pooling of funds by companies to create large, high-impact programs. In this context, the foundation set by CII to reinforce the CSR initiatives of various business is really commendable. Distinguished guests, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, inclusive growth is an avowed objective of our public policy. It calls for intensive collaborative efforts of the government and the corporate sector to provide the basics for improving the quality of life in our rural and urban areas. The corporate sector must provide renewable impetus to CSR initiatives towards cleanliness, health, and education. The government has launched several important initiatives in this direction. To mention a few, Swachh Bharat aims at a clean India by 2nd October 2019 to coincide with the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. Sangsad Adarsh Gram Yojana envisages the integrated development of selected villages. The corporate sector can work at various models to develop a synergetic relationship in the implementation of these schemes. In the sphere of the health and education, many companies have established reputed institutions. The private sector can extend the good work to rural areas by meeting the infrastructure requirements in the government schools and investing in teacher upskilling. Companies can adopt specific blocks or districts for such intervention. These can be synergized with the efforts to tackle malaise like malnutrition and other health-related issues. It is heartening to note that CII, through its member companies, has committed to build about 10,000 toilets in schools. This effort will not only help develop quality culture, but also bring children, especially the girl children, to schools. A demographic transition is underway in India, with half our population of 125 crore under 25 years of age. In less than a decade, we will possess the largest working age population in the world. India's large youthful population can become a dividend only if they are empowered and enabled to fulfill their potential. The onus is on us collectively to train the skilled 50 crore youth by 2022. Simply, it cannot be the responsibility of Dr. Ramadurai or like him. I am confident that the industry will prove to be more than an able partner in the efforts of the government to skill 50 crores young men. The corporate sector must also venture beyond the mandated CSR spend to activities such as energy conservation, environment protection, and development of an innovative spirit amongst the workers to foster productivity and industrial growth. To my mind, more than money, important socio-economic objectives need innovative ideas, technology, and management for their speedy realization. The Indian industry must leverage its strengths and competencies and lend its expertise in a wide array of programs. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, given the diversity and level of development in different parts of our country, CSR cannot be a one-size-fits-for-all approach. While developing programs, industry leaders and CSR experts must look at issues that are relevant to different regions. At the same time, they must ensure that companies look across India and not concentrate on a few pockets. The industry must work closely with the NGOs. They have the pulse of developmental needs at the grassroots and can provide last-mile connectivity in the delivery of programs. The corporate sector must also build a dedicated cadre of volunteers who can bring individual energy and creativity for transformational changes. The India 75 program of CII was started with a vision to see India emerge as a world leader through economic strength, technological vitality, and moral leadership by 2022. It's a platform to bring together young entrepreneurs who want to make a difference to the country. CSR must become an official component of this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, disseminating information about the work done by companies is necessary to create a positive sentiment about CSR. Equally important is to sustain the work that a company has initiated at this area. I am told that the Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, Bombay Stock Exchange, and CII have joined hands to develop the world's first CSR exchange. I congratulate them. It will help the corporate sectors to become socially responsible, connect with implementing partners, and comply with the new CSR requirement. I compliment all of you for this initiative. I am sure that CSR Summit will generate many innovative ideas and methods towards building an inclusive, compassionate, and responsive society in India. I look forward to receiving the outcome and the work plan for the coming year. I wish the summit great success. I wish you all Godspeed in your endeavors. Let me conclude with the words of Mahatma Gandhi. I quote, "Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which He works for the welfare of fellow men. Unquote. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind.